Your whole franchise right now is built on a batch of lies.
Why was the score this close?
You can't score. You're missing it.
You're literally celebrating on a beach for a +7 discrepancy in points. We can beat you guys. You guys cannot beat us.
It was game one. The Laker profit. They did that. I was proved. That's the proof. Thumbs down this video if you think I won.
And if I won, like it. All right, I'm literally recording. I just started it. This is the intro. Look at you. You thought you were just...
It had to step up, you know. We respect the game that much and we love the channel. And so we decided we were going to make sure that we provide the best opportunity for the Blazer fans. Blazer Nation, stand up. Everybody rise. We're all here. Come on.
See, everybody rise and you stayed sitting because you're a bandwagon. You're not part of Blazer Nation.
Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. That's hurtful.
I know.
Put the laugh track here. Come on. Can you believe what she said?
My thing is just the fact that you went on Google and saved it. And then when it's a Zoom backgrounds and put it, that's a lot of, let's give him a round. That's a lot of work. I know you're hyped up about this win.
Time, yes.
Yeah, you're hyped up. You're hyped up about this win. Rightly so. Rightly so. So,
and what your fans have come to love is the fact that I got my stats. So we've made sure to have an ample supply of stats because all I know is at this point, I need to get out the way.
Wow. Okay. At this point now, this is a little bit egregious. This is crazy. This is egregious. Here's my thing. Number one, can we just take a second to appreciate the fact? Look at me. Laker Prophet has yet to be wrong.
Laker Prophet has yet to be wrong.
What did I say? Wait. What did I say about game one?
That game one is going to probably be a loss, which, yes.
Oh, so it was a loss. So basically what we're saying that even when we lose, I win, is what we're saying.
That's being a real fan, to be able to admit the fact that you lost.
Yeah. No, but the fact that I even predicted it and I knew.
The team lost.
Uh-huh. But
you win because you voted against your team.
No, I didn't vote. Oh. See, I didn't vote. Laker Prophet doesn't have any power to sway the game.
There it is. No power. This Prophet has no power.
Sway the game. Now, what I do have power to do is predict, right? And I was just simply correct. And I hate to be the one to say it. And I hate that I had to even hear myself say it. But what I will say is this. Yes, it was a 93-100 loss. Really, it was we were only down. Here. Yeah, I know. That's why I read it from.
You saw it that way.
Yeah. But literally, we were only down by 2 or 3 points, honestly. And then the free throws. But I turned it off at that point because I just,
Whoa. Let's not start spreading false doctrine and false truth.
We were only down by 2-3. We came back from a 16-point deficit.
We did. There's a lot of things we need to talk about before we can even acknowledge the fact that you guys came back.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Let's start. So go ahead and you get it out because I know that this is the moment you've been waiting for, This is probably the pinnacle of No, mark my words. This is the pinnacle of your season. And going forward forever, this will always be the pinnacle. This moment right here. So I'm going to let you have it and I'm not going to bash you. I want you to really relish in this and feel it and feel good because this is your moment, Reggie. This is the pinnacle. This is the best thing that's happened to your franchise in a year. Reggie, you go ahead and just, you let it all out. I'm going to just listen.
Okay, I want to really start breaking this down because we took copious notes. Here at Richardson Sports Group, we made sure to take copious notes. And because we knew we were coming on Splash Nation or whatever, Splash Squad, Trash Squad. I don't know what it is. All I know is that the Lakers lost in a 93-100 victory for the Blazers. And Melo gives the perfect facial reaction that everyone's asking for. Got to get this turn right when I'm looking back at Melo. But let's look at the 8-minute mark. One thing that we could address, the fact that the amount of misses that we saw in the 8-minute mark made it look like what? LA Fitness basketball. It looked like Oakwood at 6 p.m. when people just couldn't make a layup to save their lives. It looked like Fisk came to visit. It was a egregious and awful experience. And I really think we have to acknowledge the fact that LA Fitness basketball is unacceptable. The amount of misses that we saw was not acceptable. The sun decided to show its face. And speaking of sun,
that was God. That was God just interrupting you. But go ahead.
I want to talk about also the fact that an undrafted rookie named Wenyen Gabriel decides to dunk on who? Anthony Davis at the 7-minute mark. Phenomenal. And we're going to talk about Wenyen because true basketball fans will love Wenyen's story. Wenyen was a young person this particular young person was struggling. He was from another country. He immigrated to the United States, and he is a citizen now. But here's the interesting thing about Wenyen. If we actually look at what Wenyen means, it says his name means wipe your tears. So to all the Laker fans, to the fallen prophet who has fallen asleep, all I will say is Wenyen, wipe your tears. We're telling Lakers, Wenyen.
Is that supposed to be okay? Well,
that's to rally the Blazer fans.
Let's talk about
Wenyen. We're gonna keep talking because
no.
The first time.
Because we can go on Wingding.
Wenyen Gabriel appeared on the NBA floor. His first NBA start was against the Lakers in a victory against the Lakers.
Okay.
So Wenyen, when Wenyen starts, the Blazers are plus 19. And the Blazers were with Wenyen on the floor last night, was plus 12. Isn't that a phenomenal number that a man who only produced 4 points, but had a ton of rebounds, a ton of assists, was able to make a contribution to the Blazers team performance on the floor? He was plus 12. And you can look at the stats because if you really want to look at them, I have them sitting right in front of me. I have them straight from the NBA analytics department. And we can look a little bit deeper into those stats, and we'll see that the Blazers held the Lakers. And particularly LeBron James and Anthony Davis to, 14 of 44 or 40-something shooting and 38%. That is unfortunate. Those are your superstars. Those are your team leaders. And when LeBron James, like I mentioned before, if LeBron James struggles like he did, yes, he had a triple-double, but just because you have a triple-double in a loss does not mean anything. It means that you're not contributing in the ways that matters. Yes, you can lead assists, but if your teammates don't show up, that's a problem. We look at the 5-minute mark. See, I'm going to go off the whole stats because we don't want to leave any room for you to make an argument.
No, we need a pause. You can't fire off all the points right now.
Noted.
Reggie.
We're going to note at the 6-minute mark is when the 6 minute in the first half is when we're going to pause.
Okay, we're going to pause at the 6-minute mark, Reggie. And I love your dedicated note-taking, Reggie. But let's go back to Wingding. By the look on your face, by the look on your face, I think you thought that I was going to slide past Wingding. As soon as you said Wingding.
Name is Wenyen.
Wingding, wipe your tears. And you had the nerve to sit up here and lie. Reggie, let's look at his stats. And maybe I'm looking at the wrong. His last name is Gabriel, right? The power forward Wingding Gabriel.
You keep calling him Wingding.
I see
like he's a snack cake. He's not a snack cake.
I see 4 points. He said he had a bunch of rebounds, bunch of assists. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Is that the same Wingding?
It's a bunch. It's not a couple. It's a bunch. Couple, but you can't argue with the fact that he's plus. I'm sorry, he's plus 12 with him on the floor.
Wingding had a triple single.
Calling him Wingding.
He had a triple single.
Not a triple single. Not the dreaded triples.
He had 0 free throws made.
Are we going to talk about misses? Yes. Let's get all the Wingding jokes out.
Gosh. And this is y'all. Okay, so that is who you guys are relying on. That's your champion. That's who you're lifting up.
No, we're not. We're not even addressing. I'm painting a picture. Join with me.
Okay, so let's resume at the 6-minute mark. And Wenyen, I'm sorry. It is funny. Like, we have to laugh at the fans propping you up. Wenyen, That's not on me, Winyan.
Okay.
You had a triple singing.
Winyan Gabriel. If it gets to you, if someone can get this to Winyan Gabriel.
You had a triple single, Winyan. And your fans are propping you up as the GOAT.
Great job because you made us plus 12 with you on the floor, and that's a contribution that we can't talk about. You guys have a man who played 29 minutes on the Lakers and was negative 18. And then you have another dude. Are we going to talk about Danny? How he scored 4 points.
Let's talk about it.
He scored 10 points, but he was negative 20 on the floor.
He might as well scored 0. I didn't see the 10 points. I'm going to be honest with you. I saw 2 points.
Anthony Davis on the floor. Anthony Davis was negative 20. Your team, everyone was in the negatives. Every starter was in the negative.
And this is
your
why
contributions minimal.
I'm going to let you get it out.
And that's the analytic we have to look at.
I'm going to let you get it out because here's the thing. You're just basically building the reason why this is such devastating news for you guys. So I'm going to let you continue at the 6-minute mark, but just understand that every word you're saying, Reggie, you're just basically imagine you had like a brick and like whatever they put between the bricks, you know what I mean? And your
Laker Nation has been built on a batch of lies.
Understand. Okay. Understand is everything that you're gonna say is just you're just building the brick, and then I'm just gonna come in at the end, set my argument, and leave. And so just go ahead.
Let me guess. Actually, why don't we save the fans some trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Save them some trouble, and why don't we just go ahead and address your argument?
Because
your argument is going to be this. It was game 1. The Laker profit. They did that. I was proved. That's the proof. And you're going to drop the little sign of like, ooh, ee. And it's going to be all smoke and mirrors because right now you only pull that hat out in a loss, I might add. And you're in like when it was early, you were comfortable. You were all out here. You were just rocking, chilling. And then you throw on your Kobe jersey to get all comfortable and safe. And then you're realizing that your whole franchise right now is built on a batch of lies. LeBron James.
What does that even mean?
James.
What does that mean?
Yes.
We're built on a batch of lies. Like, what does that mean?
A batch of lies. When your leading scorer is Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis shot for, let's look at the stat line. Let's look at it exactly. Oh, wait. Anthony Davis was 0 for 5 from 3.
Right.
That's awful.
Horrible.
And let's continue looking at it. And that's at the 6-minute mark. LeBron James was 0 for 3, 0 for 2, and Anthony Davis was 1 for 6. That is awful.
Horrible.
That's from the floor.
Horrible.
And then we go a little bit further. We can look at other things. Nurkic already was on pace. And he was on a pace for a triple-double.
On pace.
And he got his triple-double.
Wait, what? He didn't get a triple-double.
Okay, correction. No, he was short of a triple-double. He was on pace at the first quarter for a triple-double. No, wait. I think he actually... Let's check the assist line.
You can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Reggie is built on a batch of lies.
It's not a batch of lies. But let's all... Okay, he was on pace for a triple-double. Did he hit it? Probably not.
Probably not. He didn't. He had 3 assists, babe. He had 16 points, 15 rebounds, which is great. 15 rebounds...
That's a big thing. And remember, we talked about that the Blazers had a rebounding problem.
Yes.
And we didn't see that effect. But we did see one thing pop its ugly head, a Laker shooting problem.
Yeah.
Talk to me. What's the problem with the Lakers shooting?
Now,
give me that.
Reggie,
answer my question. This is my show now.
Yeah. Now, okay. I like that you're hyped up. Once again, this is the pinnacle of your season. So I'm just letting you just do your thing. And it's been fun to watch. I'm telling you. Okay. It's been fun. You're speaking for the unspoken. You know, the unspoken Laker hate that's just been rumbling through the entire league. Everyone can relate to you right now. You know what I mean? Because you're finally.
But also they can also relate to the fact that I'm conflicted because I hate to see LeBron James not perform.
Well, we can. I'll go with the shooting problem, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about the shooting problem.
You're gonna hate to hear that, and I'm gonna hate to say it, and I hate to even think about what I'm about to say. But about the shooting problem. I will be the one to say that I'm not in the bubble. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with their shooting. And that's something that I have to let you know. You were right. Everybody clap it up for Reggie. He was right last video. He said, the bubble games. I was like, I don't think it's going to carry on. Laker playoff basketball is different. This really could be a segue into the LeBron argument, but or just the topic. But, yeah, I just thought that, Laker playoff basketball, really playoff LeBron what I heard from his fans and his legion, the LeBron legion that follows him from team to team. You know, I personally just cannot relate to that, but I'm just trying to just put myself in their shoes. And they told me that playoff LeBron was different. Playoff LeBron was built different. He was
different. He was when he was younger.
Well, they told me that he was the greatest of all time.
He is the greatest of all time.
Well,
over this way so I can actually have everything centered.
You know, and it's hard for me to believe that when I see what happened the game one, you know, and it's beyond the stats, like I said, because, you know, I'm not touting and bragging about the triple-double. You know, I'm not going to sit here and brag just because my small forward out-assisted your main starting point guard by like 11 assists or something like that, or something ridiculous. Like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and brag about that, Reggie. You know? Like, that's not my place to even bring up, Reggie. You know what I mean? Like, no. It'd be different if I was to, like, sit there and, like, make it a whole point to, like, say it and, like, pause the whole show to say it. But that's something that I wouldn't even highlight. Like, I'm not even going to talk about the fact that he out-assisted. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the fact that he out-rebounded your center. I think his name is Nurture. You know? Nurkic.
Come on, there you go. Nurkic.
Yeah. I'm not going to go ahead and stop the show and bring up the fact that he out-rebounded your center. He out-assisted your point guard. Because that's not my place to say. You know, so if I were to bring that up, that would be actually wrong of me. So I'm going to leave that alone. But what I will focus on, and what the box score doesn't show, is...
wait, hold on. Why are you bringing up things? Because if we look at the last video, if you want to help me out here, maybe help my point, let's roll the clip, or if someone wants to point the time marker in the video of when she actually said she only talks about what she knows and the facts and not what I think. You know, we can just go ahead and remind people of those statements in the last video.
What?
You don't remember when you were telling me that you only talk about what you know and the facts?
Oh, yeah, no, but we know.
Not hope and dreams,
just because,
but facts.
No. That's not my hope and dream. I watched LeBron shy away from the ball in the big moments. Did you not watch it? So we know that, right? That's not a hope and a dream. We know that, you know.
I was referring to your point you just made. How you put it, but it's okay.
No, I know. No. I said.
Well, she's rattled. We got her on the ropes, boys.
Is this your king right here? This is what I said. I said that LeBron, right? And this is something that we see. This is something we know. I only focus on what I see and what I know. I watched in the fourth quarter when it was crunch time. What I will give to Damian Lillard, clap it up for Damian Lillard. He actually stepped up. Once again, he's going to shoot those big shots. CJ as well. You know, he didn't do exceptionally tonight, but he did all right. He did well. He didn't do exceptionally, but he did well, CJ. But in those big moments, they stepped up, right? To me, someone who is the greatest of all time, allegedly, to a certain sector of NBA fans, should be stepping up in those moments, literally. That's the point blank period. I don't care if you have a quadruple double at that point. That doesn't excuse it. That falls on you. That doesn't fall on Anthony Davis. That falls on you. He's missing how many free throws, right? And just personally, and I hate to be the one to bring
big free throws too.
Clutch. You know, and so when the LeBron fans bring up the fact he has more clutch shots than Kobe, you know, and I just hate to be the one to do it. But my GOAT just can't relate to that. So maybe it's just me expecting Kobe out of LeBron, or maybe it's just me expecting GOAT-like plays out of LeBron, and maybe he just isn't that. And that's just, I'll raise my hand and say, that's my fault. That's on me. I believed in a playoff LeBron. Clearly that just isn't the case. So now we're going to have to work around that unless he shows up next game. But, you know, you are really the LeBron fan in the room. So I want to know how you reconcile that, because I'm confused.
So let's not make this a referendum on LeBron, because if we're really being honest, LeBron James is technically in a hunt for more championships.
Right.
I'm shocked he didn't choose to go to the Bulls, since he's chasing great players' legacy. You know, I support LeBron. I would have liked him to go to Chicago, you know, to repent for all the things he did. You know, because originally growing up as a Bulls fan, there's a lot of trauma there.
Yeah.
But we do want to talk about the fact that LeBron James has this weird moment, and we have to give him the benefit of the doubt. he likes to go away in the first playoff game. And as a Bulls fan, I warn Portland fans from getting too excited to say the series is over, because I'm not declaring the series over. LeBron James shows up in game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if it takes a 7, we're screwed. We got to beat him in 6. The problem is LeBron James, playoff LeBron doesn't show up in the first game.
Okay, so I just didn't know that. So Laker fans, I apologize for all the slander. I didn't know that your GOAT takes a game off. I didn't know that. LeBron, I'm also sorry. Just because, in 2010 when I watched, you know what I mean, Kobe doesn't take a game off. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the luxury to do that. His mama mentality doesn't shut off when it wants to. So I didn't know that. So knowing that, I will move forward accordingly. Continue.
And so, can we continue on to the more things about the game that I really just want to break down?
Yeah.
I would love to talk to you. Those who are deciding to follow along and want to watch this commentary, at the 1 minute mark, we can address the fact that Nurkic not only owned Anthony Davis, but completely controlled the narrative on the floor. Nurkic was. We talked about how the last video we talked about how that wasn't going to happen.
6 mark, we back at 1.
Huh?
We were just at minute 6. Now we back at 1.
No, we're at minute 1. We're going down to we're counting 6 because remember the clock counts down.
Oh, you took 1 minute of the first quarter.
Yeah, I took very copious notes.
All right. Go ahead.
And so I really want to talk about the fact that when we look at what happened throughout the game, we see major failures. And I really want to talk about this in the another really big point. What is this? We got at the Blazers are sitting here. Yeah, the Blazers had 0 fast break points in the second from the beginning of the second quarter to the last minute of the second half, right? The closing of the half. They only had 0 fast break points when the Blazers had 6. We look at LeBron James. LeBron James did get a block on Whiteside that we all should be happy about. That was a big moment. It really helped the stat sheet. But
big moment.
It sent Whiteside to the what? I'm sorry, correction, I'm wrong. Sorry, Whiteside got a block on LeBron, and then in transition got a phenomenal free throw opportunity because someone else fouled him.
Right.
I had my players wrong. I'm looking at the notes and had it inverted.
That's okay.
And so that's a huge thing. The Blazers had a 13-point lead at the end of the first. Nurkic was on pace for a double-double.
He was on pace.
Well, he actually had. I think he actually got a double-double.
No. Yeah, he had a double-double.
Yeah, he had a double-double. Almost got to his triple, but he had a double-double
Then
at the end of
the triple.
We can also talk about how LeBron James is playing help defense, which
what? I'm a little concerned, Reggie, because now we're stalling. We got to get to the part.
No, I'm rattling off all these points.
Let's go ahead and just talk about it. You said at the half they were up 13.
No.
What did you say?
Let's talk about what are you interested in talking about? Because right now I'm
Continue,
closing out. There was no
Connor.
Rondo, which is an excuse that you can use.
No,
Rondo.
I'm not using that excuse. I don't care about Rondo. No. I love Rondo. No, I'm not using Rondo excuse. Let me tell you this.
Well, let me finish laying this foundation of the things that we want to
chronologically, you stopped right there. You said we were up by so and so. Then you stopped. Why is that?
We were up and then we lost the lead. That's great, but it took a whole quarter. And are we going to talk about the fact that the Blazers won the first, third, and fourth quarters? Okay. The only quarter you guys won was a 10-point quarter lead at the end of that you guys recovered. And so you guys won the second quarter by 10 points.
Pause. Let's talk. You took copious notes about the lead, but then all of a sudden the notes stopped when we...
No, I'm going to explain. If you would have let me explain.
Go ahead.
I have second quarter notes.
Right there.
I will say this. LeBron James disappeared in the second quarter, but we had Anthony Davis step up. He started to make a lot of free throws and going to the cup. He did a lot of driving because he realized that 3 was broken. There were a lot of things that we could take away. Dwight Howard got there was a double technical with Dwight Howard, but he was present. He was very present, which was impressive. I will say this. There was a lot of coaching mistakes that were made in the second quarter. Terry Stotts made a ridiculous challenge.
Yeah. We can both agree, yeah.
And it didn't make any sense because Melo clearly hit what's his name?
Yeah.
His wrist.
Yeah.
LeBron James was very much controlling on defense. LeBron James showed up on defense in the second quarter. Big.
So what happened to your? I'm hearing a lot about my players. I'm hearing a lot about my.
No,
players. What did your players do during this?
We took a back seat. We lost the second quarter. I'm acknowledging that we lost the second quarter because when I look over here, I acknowledge what happened.
Yeah.
What do you see?
I see your face kind of cut off in the green screen. What did you see?
This right here. You can still see it. What's that right there?
You're pointing to Carmelo's hand?
Pointing to the one finger.
Yeah, your finger is disappearing. Yeah.
Right there.
I'm not seeing. Maybe if I.
That's a 90. That's a 93.
Oh.
100 loss. So it's okay. We can lose a quarter. It's fine. We also were resting Nurkic. Nurkic shot out most of that time. So I'm really trying to figure out where the Laker fans are getting their kind of excitement.
Did I just smudge the camera?
I'd love to see an example.
I can just tell you now. You know what I mean? Because we all watched the game. Everybody who's watching this video watched the game. You know what I mean? We know what happened. And do you want me to just say my thing now or what? Like
I'm waiting.
Okay.
Cool. We're we don't want to scare off the audience because if they keep hearing nothing, I'd be concerned.
Right. So I just talked about today. I actually uploaded a video yesterday. When this video goes up, it'll be yesterday about our plights. You know what I mean? We did horribly. When I tell you we played rock bottom, this is easily, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, right? The worst game we've played in the bubble. When all of our starters.
I'm supposed to have sympathy for this. Am I supposed to give you sympathy? Because let Damian Lillard handle my sympathy.
Oh no, I'm not giving you any sympathy. You don't need to say anything. I'm just telling you, am I right or wrong? Was this not the worst game that we have played yet in the bubble with our starters playing, not with Taylor Horton Tucker and Antetokounmpo's third cousin playing?
Not his third cousin.
With all our players playing, right? Was this not our worst game? Raise your hand or no. Or have we had worse?
I'd say this was one of your worst.
I'd say this is the worst. Just as a Laker fan, this is the worst, right? This was the worst that we have. Actually, I might say this is one of the worst, easily, we've ever played in the entire season. And I'm saying that with the confidence, right? I mean, we look at guys like Caldwell, a triple single, literally 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, a triple single. We see people like Danny Green.
How does that make you feel? Can we talk about that? Call it therapy. How did that make you feel?
Danny Green or KCP?
Both.
Well, KCP, I thought we had bullied that out of him. You know, Twitter bullied him, into playing well, and he started playing really well. And I guess he just got too comfortable. He thought that he was like escaping the bullying, and now he slipped back. So we've brought the bullying back on Twitter. So I'm telling you, game 2, probably we'll see a shift. But Danny Green, just disappointed, you know what I mean? And you, Danny. D in Danny Green just stands for disappointment. And I hate to say that, and I didn't even like to hear myself say that. But it was a lot of negatives.
Can I ask you a question real quick? While you're looking at your phone, there's an interesting stat line that I think that the viewers probably want to talk about.
Right.
Big hullabaloo. All the graphics saying, "Oh, remember the time when Cleveland won the championship with J.R. Smith? Remember that?" Or
that was my second point. That was my second point. And this is why, I'm so confused on why you're smiling during this. Like, this is a good thing for you. This is bad news for you. What was the score? Can you remind me? What was the score?
You want to be reminded of it?
Yeah. What was the score?
Oh, it's easy.
93 to 100, right?
Melo, would you like to explain it to us? What happened, Melo?
Yeah, 93 to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers played their worst. I'm sorry, let me just get this point out. Our worst basketball, rock bottom. I mean, literally our worst game of our entire career, right? And Anthony Davis and LeBron James both easily played their worst games of the season. And they scored, look at their scores. A double-double, a triple-double, right? This was them being defended. This is them being locked down. People told me that Wingding locked Anthony Davis.
Locked down. The Blazers.
People told me that
The Blazers got tired. The Blazers are going to ebb and flow, but it's okay.
No. But they saw
the Blazers are not a second quarter team.
Okay, no, I'm not talking about the second quarter. I'm talking about the whole
we're
game.
Not a third, we're sometimes not even a third quarter team.
Okay.
But in the fourth quarter,
right? So
no one can argue that the Blazers show up.
Nobody said that. I literally didn't even bring that up. I'm saying you guys said that y'all locked Anthony Davis up, right? Wing ding. He played great defense. He held Anthony Davis to only a whopping 28 points, right? LeBron James didn't show up.
We're calling him wing ding, which is just awful. Brother Winyan, the congregation would like to speak to you. You only got 4 points, but Nurkic owned him.
Wait, but okay, perfect. So let's talk about it. I'm not trying to talk about their scoring. I'm talking about Anthony Davis' scoring. They played the best defense, right? That's the best you could ever hope for from Winyan, right? Right?
Oh, that's the expectation. That's
also, he's done better than this before? When?
Yes.
When?
In his other start against the Lakers in a victory.
When? So he did better than this as far as defending. I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I remember the game.
You remember the game, and you would remember that he owned and was a great rookie starter.
No, he didn't. But this game, yeah, opinion.
Remember, winners get to write the history books.
And that's why you have yet to write any, and we have 16 history books in the show.
You have championships.
But here's the thing.
By the greatest coach of all time and arguably one of the best players of all time.
You have yet to. But what I will say is this, right? You only limited Anthony Davis to almost a 30-piece, right? LeBron James, 23 points, 17 rebounds, 16 assists. This is at our worst. Also, I have yet
two superstars had to make up for the
No. I have yet to even bring up the fact that our coach really is the one to blame for this, right? It's not we had bad coaching moments. This is the most crucial point. We have 5 players. 4 players that didn't even sniff the court. 2 of which are essential workers. They're essential workers. They had yet to sniff. They didn't sniff the court at all. This is something that should alarm all Trailblazer fans. And I almost feel bad. Laker Prophet, I said that they would lose the first game. Laker Prophet already, I don't even have to say that we're going to win the second game because we know it. But I'm just telling you right now, forget Rondo. I mean, I'm not even thinking about Rondo. We can still take Rondo off the table. Fine. He doesn't play game 2. Okay. Dion Waiters, who was the person I was really bragging about the most prior to game 1, right? He can get hot and drop 25 like this, right? He touched the court for, I think, 1 minute and 8 seconds. Didn't really even touch the ball, guys. And guess what? Our coach decided just not to play him. J.R. Smith, another person who drains threes. He's offensive. We had a 3 problem. We have 2 problems sitting on the bench that drain threes consistently. Actually, JR, but you know what I mean, right?
Why you got lost? Can I just get through all this and explain why?
No, but I'm saying, but what I'm saying, but
help your team.
Can I finish?
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you finish, but can I finish? What I'm saying is this: they didn't even touch the court, right, at all. Now, just a quick question for you: did the Portland Trailblazers was there some hidden player that you guys didn't play, or were all your players basically playing?
No, we actually had 3 players that did not play.
Besides Collins, I know he wasn't playing.
Collins obviously was injured, ankle inflammation.
Yes.
But I do want to talk about this. See, you had Cook, you had Smith,
right?
You have Jared sitting on the bench, didn't get touched. Coach's decision.
Dion too. We're putting Dion in there. The 1 minute does mean nothing. He was in there too. So yeah. I feel it.
And then you got 26 minutes. From our dear friend,
let's stay on the bench players that didn't play. Let's stay on the bench players that didn't play right now.
I consider Caldwell Pope a bench player.
No, but he played. He played heavy minutes. So let's talk about the coaching right there, right? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm willing to bet. Here's my thing. If you're banking on the fact, matter of fact, I'm not going to say if. Trailblazer fans, I'm talking to the Laker fans out there. Trailblazer fans are literally banking on the fact that we play like this again in order to beat us. I'm going to repeat that. Trailblazer fans are literally banking on the fact that we play like this again to beat us. They know good and well, right? Not just as a fan and what you hope for and wish for. Truly in their heart of hearts, they do not believe that if we have Dion playing, right, we're only down 7 points, really 2 points before all the extra free throws, right?
You're missing why you lost.
But here's my thing. If Dion comes in and plays, that's way more than 2-point discrepancy. Come on now, right? The bench is not going to guard Dion. You got to put a starter in to guard Dion. Now that's whole new rotations we haven't seen. This is only game 1, by the way, guys. Trailblazers are getting hype over one game. Put Dion, and that's changing rotations on both sides, right?
The Lakers only made 5 threes the entire game.
Huh?
The Lakers only made 5 threes. 5
right,
of 32.
And so what I'm saying is Dion Waiters, how many threes does he usually make, right? Not even just threes. He spreads the floor. I mean, his isolation game is disgusting. That's why he literally has a whole nickname dedicated to that aspect of his game, right? And in the pick and roll situation, very dangerous. I do believe in that, yes. So J.R. Smith as well. I have to have a little extra faith in JR. Dion actually shows us sometimes JR stuff, but they didn't even touch the floor. You guys are banking on the fact you guys scratched out a win, right? You guys clawed out a win. This was not an easy win for you.
We were playing 5-on-8 basketball, my friend.
What does that mean? I would love for you to explain. What does that mean?
Oh, let me explain. Because if we address the fact that there were several key fouls that were made, offensive fouls.
Oh, you mean to tell me that you think the refs were on your side?
No, I think the refs were on your side. We battled against the refs.
No, we battled against the refs. And we can go back
and
ladies and gentlemen,
can we also talk about the fact that there was, it was a measly 6 lead changes, 7 ties. But the part that bothers me the most is the fact that you guys not only shot only 15.6% from 3, 64% from 64% from the floor.
Rock bottom.
But the part that bothers the most is only 10 team collective rebounds. To the Blazers, how many? Say it again.
Wait.
How 10? Many? 15.
You said 10 what?
Your team got, what is this? TM rebounds. I'm assuming it's team rebounds, which would be weird if that was the case.
What are you talking about? We had 17 offensive rebounds to your 5. What do you mean? We had 38 defensive rebounds.
You know how they have the ratio that goes like the amount of rebounds, the differences between rebounds. It's 15 to 10. Measly stat. But what really bothered me is the fact that you guys couldn't hit the broad side of the barn. I'm going to come back to what works. You couldn't shoot. You only scored 18 points in the fourth quarter. You only scored 19 points.
So can I tell you this? This is the crux of the argument right now. And this is it, right? Mm-hmm. We have to do this again every game for you guys to win. Is that true or not?
You have to do what?
Ladies and gentlemen.
You have to do what? You're going to do what?
I said we have to. Let me talk to Damien, and I think you know this. Damien, I think you know this because you're trying to sit here and dance with the Bay Area music, which whoever played that, first of all, it's supposed to be a Laker home game. Why would you play Too Short with, we know. Cali folks know that was egregious. But you should be fired. But out the bubble. But what I'm saying to you is this, Damien, I think you know that if the Lakers play like this, you're banking on the fact that the Lakers will play like this every single game for the rest of the series for you guys to even have a real chance at winning. Reggie, what do you think about that?
Oh, I'm back now? Good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact.
No. Don't divert. Do we not, if we play like this every game, is that not logical, but is that likely? Do you think we're going to play just like this every game? Because this was a very close game. You guys did well. You guys got Winyan. He was doing his thing. The woo woo. You know what I mean? They were countering the Lakers defense. We did well with Damien. Damien's gonna Damien. I hate to be the one to say it. I love Damien. Damien's gonna do him. So we did well with him, right? So y'all did amazing.
You haven't even addressed the fact that y'all did an amazing job. McCollum.
Okay, let's add that on there. CJ McCollum.
21 points from CJ McCollum.
He did an amazing job. And our bench players didn't even touch the floor. And the game was this close. So my thing is...
We had more players that did not play than you guys, though.
No. But come on now. Do you really think they're as influential as our players that didn't play? Be honest. Hand up. Don't do that.
Every player on the floor matters.
No. But, okay. Reggie, please. Do you mean to tell me Zach Collins, concede to.
And if Zach Collins plays in the next game, it's a wrap. You heard it here first.
So okay, so if he plays,
be a prophet. It's over.
So if he plays,
done.
We've lost the series.
No, that game is done.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, no. Come on. Cool. I'm not crazy.
Cool. Okay, but here's what I'm saying.
This is a case-by-case basis.
Boom. So you're not crazy. So you knew better than to call the series. Why is that? No.
I will not call the series because I do believe in a man named Playoff LeBron.
Okay. So, like I said,
Playoff LeBron is scary. I have seen it with my own eyes.
Right.
Let me take you back to the time when the Bulls played.
Reggie, we don't have the whole folklore days. We don't have time for the folklore days. What I'm telling you is this: he's scary, right? And we haven't even seen him yet. And the discrepancy was that small. The score discrepancy was this small, right? So God forbid he chooses to show up. And on top of that, the bench players are able to play, right? On top of that, we make simple adjustments. Kyle Kuzma was very efficient when he barely had possessions where he was handling the ball. Yes, he barely had any possessions when he was handling the ball. That's a coach's problem. That was the coach's fault, Vogel. God forbid we make that small adjustment, right? So do you really think...
Also, your fouls. You guys foul too much. You guys are in the penalty
I love to hear it. Dwight Howard was doing horrible, and I hate to say it, but petty fouls, right? And the refs were hunting him, so I will say that. So I don't want to blame you totally.
Refs were hunting?
I don't want to blame you totally, Dwight. But they follow him around to see him doing off-ball stuff. Like, you have to just they're literally just locked in on him. But what I will say is this. You're proving my point. Everything you guys did.
James Williams is not a Laker player, number 60. No. You're telling me Madoc, number 23, isn't a Laker player. You're telling me that number eight, I don't know how they got the number unretired, but number 8, Mark Davis isn't a Laker player because last night they were a Laker player.
You're just pulling up the ref's name. But what I'm saying is this. Here's the bottom line. You guys played well. I would say like an 8 out of 10. You guys there were some things you needed to work on, and I hate to be the one to say it, and I hate to be the one to break it to you. But you guys did well. I'll give you 8 out of 10. I'd literally give us a 0 if I could, right? So tell me, why was the score that close?
It's because the Blazers struggled in what quarter? Say it with me now.
No. All we did in the second quarter was recover a 16-point lead. We didn't go up. We didn't score like that to be going up. So why was the score this close?
You can't score. You're missing it.
So where did the 93 come from? Why did we have 93? And how come you guys only had 100?
James, Anthony Davis, what's his name? Danny Green and Kuzma deciding as a unit that this is unfortunate. We're going to lose. And we know that the talk shows in the morning and evening shows like this one will not let us breathe.
Right.
And it's okay.
Okay, so we scored. So then how come
Wait a minute,
pause.
No, you didn't call the points. I said we were going to win. I said we were going to win. I said that we were going to score.
I said y'all were going to win.
And wait, did I not call the score?
You didn't call the score exactly.
I was within a 5-point margin.
Congrats. I said it we were going to lose. Guess what? If Laker Prophet said we would have won, we might not. This conversation might be different. So you should be thanking me for giving the blessing to you.
Well, then who's going to win the next game?
I already said it. And you know it.
I can't hear you. Say it with some confidence.
The Lakers. I said it in the game, the video I recorded yesterday. And I said it earlier today, just now, in this. We know that. That's why I didn't even make it a big problem.
The Lakers are going to win on what day?
August 20th.
Okay. Cool.
But here's my thing. If we struggled to score, right? We were struggling to score. The Portland Trailblazers weren't struggling to score. It wasn't an absolute struggle. So why did you only score?
We weren't struggling to score. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
The fact that Damian Lillard only had how many points?
36?
Say it with me now.
Was it 36?
34 points.
That's a lot.
He had 34.
He was the highest scorer of the game, right?
He is leading scorer, but I do believe that he could have had more.
Okay, well, we can say that about every player. Every player could have gotten more. At the end of the day, you scored 100 points, but you weren't struggling to score as much as the Lakers were.
I'm going on vacation. I'm done. I can't.
I hate to say it.
Because you're making excuses.
I hate to say it. That looks like a hurricane. But what I will tell you, it looks like a hurricane. So you might want to go shop.
My gosh.
But what I'm saying is this. You know this, though. You know this is true. And this is the point that you just have yet to really address, is that we played our worst. You guys played well. And that close. That has to scare you a little bit. And knowing that playoff LeBron shows up in the next subsequent games, knowing that our bench players didn't even sniff the floor, knowing that we're probably going to make some adjustments. I didn't even bring Rondo into the factor. I'm just going to leave him out of it. I don't know when he's coming back. If he's coming back, I don't, honestly. Knowing that has to scare you as a logical fan. Now, as someone who's going to sit here and try to be for the team and believe, I can understand why you would try to deny it. But as a logical fan, that has got to make you a little bit nervous. Do you agree or disagree?
Decided to give you a little bit of space so you could do some editing. No, it does not give me any concern.
It doesn't give you
Zero
any
concern. I expect the Blazers to do better. I can pretty much guarantee that you'll see a higher percentage from shooting. You'll see our increasing. You'll see everything above 40 to 50%. You'll see the Blazers are going to continue to dominate each quarter. You'll probably see. I will say this:
but you just told
the Blazers are going to run away in the third and fourth quarter in the next series. It is what it is, and I'm going to call it right now. You ready, Blazer fans? I'm going to call a 108-100 victory over the Lakers.
Okay, are you done with that? Well, that was a cool little prophetic thing.
We did it, guys. 108-100.
But
Blazers.
My thing is this:
a 2-0 lead.
You still have yet to address what I said.
You said what?
Oh, I said that the bench didn't touch the floor. I said
the bench did touch the floor.
Oh no, they didn't.
Because remember, you can only have 5 players in the rest are on the bench.
The bench didn't touch the floor. The bench barely touched the floor. The bench sniffed it. The bench didn't really touch the floor.
What would you say is a high number for a player to have minutes? What do you think? What's a good amount of minutes for a bench player?
Well, we had 0 for most of ours, so I wouldn't know.
Most
of ours had 0.
Over half your bench played. Oh, she's quiet. We got her, boys.
Did you think you were gonna get an edit for that? You're not getting an edit.
You're not gonna edit me in. We know. Comment in the below that she's biased with the edits. She doesn't.
I gave you some. I gave you some. I'll give you some in this one too, just because I know you're. I want them to feel like they have a champion. Like you're their champion. You're the people's the haters' champion. So I want them to feel
not the haters' champion.
Yeah, no, for real. So I'm gonna give you some. But my thing is this: I feel like you know that. As a logical human, you're very smart. You know good and well that if LeBron actually plays aggressive, this is a totally different game. And we were only down by 7. If AD plays aggressive, this is a totally different game. And we were only down by 7. If we even make a smidgen more threes, this is a totally different game. And we were only down by 7. We played our lowest and we were only down by 7 at the end of the day. You guys played well. And you were only up by 7 at the end of the day, right? Like you're on a beach. You're literally celebrating on a beach for a +7 discrepancy in points. You won. Like I said, you won. But this is like the pinnacle. This is, I just want you to realize that. We were at our rock bottom and you have to rely on us doing this every single night for you guys to even have a fighting chance at winning. And I don't believe you think that's going to happen. Do you believe that we're going to do this every night? Yes or no?
I think you're going to do it the next night. I'm a game-by-game guy.
Okay. So
game by game.
Game by game. Okay, so we'll come back next game. But
that's how I keep myself on the show.
Yeah, I know. Because Laker haters, you can't. You got to do one by one. You know what I mean? They said we wouldn't get Anthony Davis. We got him. Then the next thing was we wouldn't be able to play
No one in their right mind said you guys were not going to get Anthony Davis.
They said, no.
Now, can we really talk? Can we talk basketball for a second? We have a lot of people who claim to be basketball aficionados, but what they really are Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith regurgitators. They don't actually parse the information for themselves, and they don't actually look at the stats. Because I'm going to be honest, I completely disagree with both Stephen A., Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Max Kellerman. I disagree with a lot of the crap that they say because it's produced nonsense. And so it's unfair to people's basketball intelligence. When we watch the floor, they didn't bring up any of the points that I made today.
Really?
And so when you regurgitate that stuff, I can't.
But who was the Laker? Who's the Laker hater in there? Skip. Well, yeah,
Skip
I won't.
And Steven.
Yeah. I won't regurgitate their points. But I did see a lot of people saying that on the timeline. I'm a Laker fan. I see it. You guys, Laker fans, Photoshop everybody in Laker jerseys. They're not gonna get anybody. You got it. LeBron doesn't even play defense. Da, 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 da. First defense. Like, you know, you guys are a game by game, you know, the haters are a obstacle by obstacle thing, you know, and then when we pass it, then we find another thing. So I'll just, you know, we'll just wait till next game. But that's what I want to leave the Trailblazer fans with. The message I want to leave you guys with is that you played your best. You did a great job. We did an awful job. And the best you could do is +7 against us. That's where that's where you guys earned yourself. You climbed up. Like I told you would win first game. I really basically granted you that win, and you are welcome. But that's all you got was a +7 discrepancy. So I want you to understand it. You know, now this all comes down to now Laker Prophet, yes, I do believe we're gonna win game 2. However, this all comes down to the coach. Because I simply can't coach, right? So if he decides to do this again, we may see a 2-0. So Frank, that's on you, Frank. I simply, the Prophet can't override the actual coach's actions. So if we decide to keep playing like this and not doing these rotations right and stuff, then I could very well see a 2-0. Then I should be seeing LeBron take over, right? He came back 3-1 versus the Warriors. I'm sorry that I'm not like in anguish over the Trailblazers. And I hated to say that. Did you see like the pain on the agony on my face? I hated to say that.
Yeah. Can I close with this?
Yeah, close with this.
Can I just like make some statements that I think have to be made?
Yeah.
Like always, you seem to miss out on CJ McCollum, Nurkic, and other great Blazer players who are really producing. I do want to just close with this.
They did amazing.
I do want to close on this. I know that it's getting long, and you know the viewership.
Yeah.
When we look at the Lakers, we realize that there's some issues in the locker room. We're not seeing the same dominant leadership from LeBron that we've historically seen. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's too busy trying to produce his show, his new movie with the jerseys. You know, I don't know what's going on. But I will say this: LeBron James has to step up in the next game, and we need to see Damian Lillard put a little bit more in the basket. That's non-biased. That's honest. Because last night, I was looking for that LeBron James that I've been afraid of my entire life. And like Vasson Mitchell would say, I searched all over, couldn't find nobody.
I was looking for a goat on the court. Couldn't find nobody.
I was looking for Kuzma. I searched high and low, still couldn't find nobody.
Right.
I looked for J.R. Smith.
He literally
couldn't find no one.
You're feeding.
I looked at Damian Lillard. I looked at someone. I was looking at Damian Lillard. Couldn't find no one to compare. So you know, nobody on the floor was greater than Damian Lillard last night, and we need more from Damian. And I'm just a believer that effective on the 19th of August, I'm going to call it right here, Blazers in 6. And there was a hush from the prophet.
Huh?
If the prophet, just like in the Bible days, I'm calling on your prophet. Prove yourself, prophet.
No, it's not up to me to prove.
Prove
You're
yourself,
the HC.
prophet.
Y'all need to prove. What I said is you just keep proving my points for me. You keep
I
saying
stand
Kuzma
upon
is
the
gone.
fact that Damian
Kuzma's
Lillard-
gone. JR is gone. You're like proving it. You're proving my point. All of that. Damian was the greatest, incomparable, and still only squeaked out a very close, nail-biting win by 7. And we couldn't find LeBron.
If we win tomorrow,
it'll be the coach's. It'll be Frank Vogel's fault. I'll say that. But yeah, if we win tomorrow, what?
So are you going to continue to make excuses?
Oh no, that's not an excuse. That's. Sorry. Okay, so who do you think this loss was on? Do you not think if the bench would have played, the outcome might have been a little different? The discrepancy was only 7
not with J.R. Smith.
Dion Waiters is gone.
Not with Dion Waiters.
Okay.
Dion Waiters actually had one.
If we change rotations around,
Dion Waiters played 1 minute and 13 seconds.
If we changed rotations around and Kuzma was really playing, you don't think anything would be different, right?
No.
Okay. Kuzma went. Okay. But no, nothing different. No.
Nope, nothing.
Okay. Nothing will be different. Well, let's just...
And we're not talking about how Melo contributed.
Well, yes, once again, you guys, yes, everybody on your team contributed. Everybody was doing well. It was a well-oiled machine in Portland. We were broke. We didn't even have a machine to oil, and it was this close. So just
and we're not going to talk about Whiteside's silent 7 points.
No. But his present defense, his present rebounding, right?
Yeah.
Well-oiled machine. Only could up by 7. So what I'm saying is this. We make one adjustment. That 7 points gone like this. And that's all I'm going to say. So you have to cross your fingers right now, Reggie. And when you're, when you're at home and you're, up to the game, you have to cross your fingers and hope that Frank Vogel does the same thing he does tonight and blows these rotations and blows these subs and stuff like that as he did this night. You have to, because God forbid we do one adjustment.
But what happened to Coach LeBron? You guys hired him not just to be player, but coach.
Y'all told me that.
I have questions. I don't know.
I have questions too. This is my answer. So I don't know. I'm not used to this. This is y'all. Y'all told me that this is your guy.
Hey, because it's weird. This argument's kind of weird because I have to then defend and then reject LeBron.
And here's the thing. I banked on. Only reason I really bring up LeBron that hard is because I know it's a catch-22 for you.
It's weird. It's like, thank God LeBron James is playing like garbage, but oh my gosh, he's still the GOAT. Like it's I know.
I will say this: LeBron James really brought it up that hard,
if he loses. If he gets knocked out in the first round, he cannot be considered the greatest of all.
Thank you, Reggie. Okay, that's all.
He can't. I can't put him above Kobe right now because of it's too soon. But once this bubble's over, if the Lakers don't win the NBA Finals, if the Lakers don't make it to the finals, I'm gonna real struggle to be able to say LeBron James is the greatest of all time.
And I just want to sit here and personally applaud you for the honesty, because that took a lot out of a LeBron fan.
It's real, and now let's be honest, I'm not a Kobe. I was never a Kobe fan. And if you remember, I was very intentional. I'm not one of those people who are gonna fake the funk to trying to be a part of something.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna jump on the Kobe bandwagon.
Trust me, I know. Yeah.
Because can we talk about that another time? Hot mess.
No,
but I want to really talk about we need to really focus on making sure that the Blazers show up. We need to have another great performance. I'm excited for what we're going to see, and then we're going to be holding a trophy at the end of the year if we keep this up.
Okay, see, come on now, that's what we gotta stop it. You're gonna be holding up a trophy? Do you see that in your future? Really?
Yeah, I do. Actually.
No, you don't. You don't.
Came to me in the vision.
You see that? You see that?
The vision.
It
just came. It was uploaded in a vision. I was hit when I was younger. I was hitting the head with a rock, and so I was having, I too became a prophet.
Right. Laker.
I'm
Laker G White, and I'm telling you,
I'm Blazer G White. Okay.
Okay. Look, soon as game 2 hits, okay, we're gonna hit back here with another one. I don't know who won this. I mean, Come on, just like the Blazers, I won tonight. Come on, just give it to me. I eked it out. Here's the thing. I came on here expecting. I just knew you were gonna just, because you won.
And I did.
But once again, I predicted it, so that took a lot of the flair and the wow factor away, because I said you guys were.
It may have took the way factor, but it doesn't affect that I won. It's a victory.
But what did you win though? What did you win?
It's a winning Wednesday. It's a winning Wednesday. Blazer Nation, stand up.
You should have said it winning Wednesday. See, another missed opportunity, and it's another loss right there. Also, for me, I feel like my point is still irrefutable. When I said you guys are only up by 7, and you did that, and you kept proving my point by saying how good you guys did. You just kept proving my point that you guys did all that, and you're only up by 7, and we did horribly. You can't rely on that and this performance from us. The rest of how did I almost forget this? Here's the most tragic part, Reggie. Oh, you almost slipped by this. I hate to say it to you, because Dwight Howard was hedging on those defensive plays, cutting off Damian Lillard. Amazing job, whatever. We can beat you guys. You guys cannot beat us. What has to happen is we have to beat ourselves. And that's what we did tonight. Did we not beat ourselves? We did. You guys threw everything at us. It didn't matter. We beat ourselves. We weren't making open shots. 7 points. We had way more than those 3 opportunities, open threes to make. We missed those. We beat ourselves. You guys did not beat us. Oh my, I can't believe I almost forgot that point. That was amazing. Caitlin, can we all just give me a pat on the back? We beat us. You guys have yet to beat us. Period. And so that's just the tragic truth. That's the tragic truth you have to live with. You guys can't beat us. We can beat you, though. And you know that in your heart of hearts, which is why you said this goes to 6, whatever. You're scared to play off LeBron. You know we can beat you. I think you know that you guys cannot beat us. You guys will always be on the run. Always backpedaling.
Can I just say this? If we win game 2, I'm gonna start making some real serious declarations.
Well, I got a declaration of independence.
Let us win game 3. Let us win game 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw on a suit.
So you mean 3-0?
If we up 3-0, I'm putting on a suit, shave my head. I'm gonna eat a couple of wingdings and crackers and snacks and little ho-hos and head over to TNT because I will be right there with Charles, sitting over there, like right across from him.
Well, listen, I'm just sorry, but I ended on the strongest point ever. So the win that could have been yours, literally just with that gust of wind, just blew right over to me. Everybody.
Oh, see, that's funny. That's funny because actually, I would like to address the fact.
Okay, refute it. Can you refute that point?
I can. I can refute. Well, I'm not going to refute. I'm just going to provide a different point that you're not prepared to answer. If the Lakers are such a well-rounded team, the leadership of the franchise should have made the adjustment during quarantine with their coach. Your coaching staff has been abysmal like this all year, and you're still using the same tight excuses. Because I went back and I watched your videos.
No, you didn't.
It's a lot of
you didn't. You didn't.
Watching horrible decisions and making excuses.
Well, he lied, everybody.
I believe that we have a false prophet among us.
Well, I literally was just corrected yesterday. So whatever you believe,
no. Here's the thing about you got to test the prophets. You have to test.
Well, that was a test right there, and I passed. Hello, talk about it.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: you got to lift up. You have to always. You see, I know you're a false prophet because if you're testing a prophet, you got to realize that you have to lift up the king. That's one of the tests of the prophet. That everything they do lifts up the king, and you've been rejecting LeBron the entire time.
But is he the king? Right now, Anthony Davis might just be the king, and I hate to be the one to say it, and I hate to even say that. But my thing is, you
you're
think
false prophet because you're not lifting up the king.
And I like how you're spinning it just like a washing machine. You're spinning it, but what you have yet.
We're talking about wash. Oh, let me see. We got some fresh LeBron. He's washed.
That's your guy. That's not hurting me.
Yeah, it hurts to say it to me, but I think we're seeing the sunset.
You know. But what I'm saying is this, guys.
Okay, that was weird.
You heard it here first. The Portland Trailblazers cannot beat the Lakers. Only people that can beat the Lakers are the Lakers. That is it. And there's nothing. I'm trying to think of counter arguments, and I literally can't think of anything.
Because you had nothing to begin with. It's okay. So.
What is your counter argument to that? There's nothing you can say. You have no counter. I won, everybody. Come on, Katie. Oh, I came in with the clutch point. Come on now. That's ridiculous. I almost forgot to say that, guys. Laker fans, I almost let y'all down. I almost forgot.
How do you feel? You feel like you won?
What? No, this debate, I definitely won. 100%.
No, you lost. No. You know what? Let's see. Thumbs down this video if you think I won.
Okay.
If you think I won, I need you guys to smash that dislike button. I need you to smash it.
Okay. And if I won, like it.
Yeah, if you like. And if you think we both won.
No. We didn't both win.
Correction. If you think that I won and that I even won the last one, I need you to go hit the bell and go down from all.
What? I'm confused.
So they don't get the notifications.
Why would you say that? Okay, no, the false notification game is solid. They're not gonna do that. Even if they think you won, they would never do that. But what I'm gonna tell you is this: if you think you can refute this point about the Lakers, I mean, once again, we saw the open shots they were missing. We only were down by 7. Bench didn't even come in. The Lakers and the Lakers front office coaching can only beat the Lakers. That's it. In this series. Other teams can beat the Lakers. Clippers, I hate to say it, they can beat the Lakers. The Portland Trailblazers cannot beat the Lakers. And there's nothing you can say to that. And I hate to say it. And we got to end
on a prophetic journey real quick.
We got to end it there. Okay.
Let's go. We're game 6. Clocks hit 000. And the Blazers have won the series. Are you gonna blame? You're just gonna blame everybody for the mistakes, or are you gonna take some accountability and say the Blazers just outworked you guys? Will you do us the pleasure of at least acknowledging when we beat you guys that we did our job and we outperformed you guys?
Yo, you outperformed us, all right. You outperformed us, all right. I know that. Give it up for them. They outperformed us in every way, shape, or form. There was nothing we did yesterday that could have ever outperformed. You guys killed us. And you were only up by 7.
Wenyen Gabriel contributed, and I'm grateful for his service.
Yes. And you were only up by 7 after all of that. Yes. So I hate to say it, but the Lakers are what's going to be their own downfall. The Portland Trailblazers aren't going to be their own downfall. Because we can beat you guys. You guys have to get around LeBron. You have to get around, you know what I mean? As opposed to you guys, you know what I mean? There's nothing on your team that's stopping us. We're stopping ourselves. And you actually even said that in the first podcast. You said the only thing that's stopping LeBron is himself. So the fact that you agree with me, and that's why you're not really saying much, makes a lot of sense. Very tragic.
That's all I needed to say.
Another W for me.
Not a W. A loss. It's a L.
No. I won this. The Lakers lost that, but I won this.
No, you can't claim yourself a winner when you've lost.
The game was lost. The debate was won.
The Lakers lost, and you lost too.
No.
It's a
No. Look. Oh, yeah, no. You know, the Lakers lost. But honestly, Reggie, who
you
won?
lost too.
This debate, you won it? How? Just because your team won? That means that your points are better, or what?
No, my points were all based in fact. You were using hyperbole and excuses.
Your points were based in fact. What points?
I used facts.
All right.
Really, are we going to talk about the fact that you let this wonderful gentleman go ahead and work?
No. I didn't let him. He didn't work. Anthony Davis didn't step up. Once again, Lakers beating their own selves. You have to rely on that every night for you guys to have a chance, and you know it. That's why you're a little quiet.
No, I'm just showing you. This is the first time Wenyen played Anthony Davis.
But I thought earlier in the video you said the other time he started and he killed Anthony Davis and he destroyed.
He did. This is a picture of the first time.
Okay. So that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. Well,
go Wenyen! Wenyen is the hero of the night.
Yeah.
Game ball goes to Wenyen.
Yeah, 4-point Wenyen. I love to
see we celebrate Wenyen.
Triple single Wenyen, yes. But anyway, Wenyen performed the best he could have, and the result was only up by really just 2. So, like I said, if you're relying on the Lakers to do this night in and night out, you're in trouble. And I hate to be the one to say it, and I hate to see it. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and dip, guys. Like Reggie said, like this video if you think I won. Dislike the video. Sorry. Dislike the video.
Dislike. I need a lot of dislikes, everybody. I need a ton of dislikes. This is gonna be the video. This is gonna be the video to end the channel.
Nah, because at the end of the day, here's the secret. Let me let y'all in on something. Likes and dislikes just boost engagement. That's it. So if you have a bunch of dislikes, it's actually better for you than to have none. But regardless, I want to see the ratio. I'm just curious. I know all the Laker haters, all the Clipper fans. I know you guys hit the dislike.
I need everybody. I need Blazer fans. I need Laker fans who hate LeBron, so they've left the ship. I need everybody to hit that dislike.
No Laker fan better just click that dislike.
Laker Twitter was hilarious last night. Can we talk about Laker Twitter last night?
Yeah, we turned on everybody. But do you know Danny Green was blocking people? He was blocking people. Yes.
Did he block you?
No, I don't tweet that. I don't tweet stuff like that. People tweet like, it wasn't even that bad, but someone like called for put out a warrant for his arrest and stuff like as a joke.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, he blocked them. And then also, let me tell you real quick, and then I'm out. Your GOAT. His excuse at the end of the game. I'm sorry, and I hate all the LeBron slander. I know you guys, but I'm sorry. I have to say
Wenyen's my GOAT.
No, okay. LeBron said he said that it's a different game. You guys have to understand it's a different game without the fans. I said, I know good and well this is not the dude we're supposed to be going. He's making an excuse of the fans.
People pleaser. I'm telling you, people pleaser.
No, but do you hear what he's saying though? Like that's his excuse
it's
for not being able to get into it.
It's crazy. That means
do you think this dude would be able to lock in with no fans? I don't care if you put one fan, a million fans underwater. Mamba gonna lock in regardless. So that's why I'm just not used to this. I'm confused.
Well, see, we've never seen Kobe play.
We've never seen, but I'm sure that we can agree that Mamba mentality. He gonna be in that thing in the game, the gym hours before I start shooting to even get in the zone. This no fans not gonna phase no Kobe.
And did you notice like some interesting game parts? I know we're wrapping up, but did you notice like the fact that like the cheerleaders would pop on the screen? That was weird.
That was cool.
I think it was cool. It was cool but weird. But now I do want to say this about Melo because we didn't talk about him enough. Carmelo Anthony historically plays better in bubble environments.
Historically,
like the Olympics, for example. Not Anthony Davis.
It's not a bubble environment.
Carmelo Anthony shows up big time in bubble environments like the Olympics.
That's not a bubble environment. That has fans. Totally
not
different.
In all cases. Some games wouldn't. In the early stages in qualifiers, some of them wouldn't.
Okay. All right. So you're saying he historically shows up
in bubble environments. So I'm smelling a victory.
All right, you're smelling a
108.
Victory. Yeah.
100. Blazers.
You heard it here first. So y'all know what to do in the comments below. Let us know what you think, okay? Reggie, it's been fun. Follow Reggie on all his social medias. What's your social medias?
It is at Reggie Rich JR. Please follow. Please follow me on Twitter. That is where you're going to see a lot of my different work. I'm a social media activist. I'm fighting for what's right up here in Portland. But more importantly, we'll be launching some great content for those who want to be enriched spiritually. So follow the pastor on Twitter. And thanks, guys.
And he's a professional capper as well. So you'll see a lot of lying about the sports. But everything else solid. So yes, go check him out. I actually forgot to put in the comments. So I'm putting in the comments as well. Mm-hmm. Go follow him, check him out. For just more commentary. It's always entertaining, you know. And I also have my own YouTube channel. It's like plug that. Oh yes. Plug it. I have a YouTube channel. We're trying to get that built up. It's Reginald Richardson Jr. Just follow me on YouTube as well. Okay. Yeah, it's not necessarily a sports broadcast. It's where you can catch a bunch of uplifting content. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of motivational, spiritual content to be able to just boost your morale. Yeah, so trying to get that to be a little bit stronger. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the comments and in the description, so check it out. We'll see y'all after game 2. Mm-hmm. And who knows? Maybe I'll get a New Jersey. Here we go. All right. Thank you. Didn't leave you room for it.